Why you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point.
All right, everyone get ready, because Shaq has just dropped a truth bomb about Caitlin Clark once again, but this time it's on Angel Reese's own podcast. Shaquille O'Neal, the man, the myth, the legend, went on to Angel Reese's show and made it crystal clear who he thinks is the real star. Yep, Shaq held nothing back about Caitlin Clark. And Angel's reaction, let's just say it was not good. Reese is regretting her decision to invite him in the first place. All right, let's begin with the podcast. Angel Reese is there thinking she's about to have a nice little chat with Shaq about the game and maybe fish some compliments about her hooping. But Shaq had other plans. He started hyping Caitlin Clark up right from the start, talking about her skills, her incredible range, her vision on the court, you name it. And you can practically see Angel trying to hide the jealousy on her face. Then Shaq hits her with a question. He asks, why do people love Caitlin Clark so much besides her skills? Now, this was Angel's chance to play it cool, right? To say, people love her because she's better. But what does she say? Oh, it's the logo threes. That's it. I mean, come on. As if the only reason people love Caitlin is because she can shoot from deep. But Shaq wasn't having it. He's like, hold up. That's not all she's got. Shaq dives right in, reminding Angel that Caitlin Clark isn't just about shooting. Caitlin Clark has got the whole package. She's the best passer. She's got fans glued to their seats. And she controls the game like a chess master. Sports Pro, a sports media company, has even ranked Caitlin Clark higher than Ronaldo and Messi on marketable athletes list. And here's Angel looking like she just got hit with a reality check. I mean, this is as real as it gets. Remember that Angel Reese had said recently that her salary doesn't pay her rent. Well, it looks like Caitlin Clark is literally paying Angel Reese's rent at this point by getting featured indirectly in her podcasts. I mean, let's be honest, she ought to just give her a commission or write her a check by now. But jokes aside, Shaq is Shaq. And he didn't stop here. He pulled out a big comparison. Steph Curry. That's right. The baby-faced assassin Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, a little kid. Like, Steph Curry, I love, you know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've seen it a little bit, but I've never seen a guy consistently come.
He said that Caitlin Clark reminds him of Steph. Not because of her height or build. No, because she's breaking barriers in the same way.
He looked like a perfect, normally office guy.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing stuff we've never seen before.
Shaq said, and I quote, "That's my point. Steph's just a regular-looking guy. Doesn't have the LeBron muscle. Not towering at 69. He could pass as a normal office guy, but then he goes out and does things we've never seen before." Shaq's saying Caitlin's that kind of player. She's redefining what people think is possible. And right there, Shaq's telling Angel that Caitlin is both legendary and untouchable on the court. And here's Angel sitting there thinking in her head,
this is my podcast. Why is he giving Caitlin a standing ovation? I mean, this is gut-wrenching, to say the least.
let me tell you, in addition to being an NBA legend himself, Shaq is also a mentor of sorts to Angel Reese, and he is sitting there praising Angel's rival over her in her own podcast. It must hurt like hell. But Shaq's not done. He went on to say more. I used to doubt Caitlin, but she kept proving me wrong again and again. He even admits he was a hater at first. But Clark has changed his mind. You could tell that Angel was struggling to keep her cool. But Shaq's making it clear Caitlin Clark is the real deal.
Did Shaq just call Caitlin the GOAT on Angel's own podcast? Shaq basically told Angel that Caitlin's the star.
Shaq hits Angel with the ultimate line. He says, if I doubt you 10 times and you hit that shot 10 times, then you're the truth. Because let's be honest, Caitlin Clark is doing things that haven't been seen before. Her shooting, her court vision, her entire command of the game. She's setting a new standard. Fans don't just love her for the logo threes, they're obsessed because she's transforming women's basketball. And Shaq sees it, which is why he's letting the world know. Right in front of Angel. Ouch. He's basically acknowledging that Caitlin Clark is unstoppable, that she's got that X factor that makes her unforgettable. Angel, she's got nothing to say. Yeah, that's right. Shaq has made her speechless. Angel is trying hard to process why Shaq is putting Caitlyn on a pedestal right in front of her, and fans were losing it after this podcast ended. Comments started flooding, stating, people couldn't get enough. Shaq even admitted that he was a Caitlyn Clark hater at first, but as expected, Caitlyn's skills won him over. Shaq's honesty hit harder than any dunk. He just said what everyone's been thinking. And let me tell you, Shaq's words are aligned with other analysts such as Rachel Duh, Stephen A. Smith, as well as Jason Whitlock. His praise is only serving to validate the findings of these veterans that Caitlyn's the one pulling in new fans, setting records, and turning reality. They're only saying what Caitlyn brings to the court, and it's something you just can't deny. Caitlyn Clark is making history out there. Called her a mix of Steph Curry and a point guard with elite vision. This isn't just some compliment. This is Shaq saying she's a once-in-a-generation player. Meanwhile, poor Angel's sitting there thinking, did Shaq just hijack my show to make Caitlyn sound like the GOAT?
Yes, he did.
Shaq is laying it on thick, and Angel's trying her best to keep up, but we all can see the burn. You invite a legend onto your podcast, and he ends up telling the world that your biggest rival is better than you. That's got to sting big time. Here's where things get interesting. Caitlyn Clark has no plans of stopping. She has a dangerous work ethic, and despite the off-season season, she is already hitting the gym for her training. She's already a lot better athlete than most of her peers, but she's not showing any signs of overconfidence or laziness. On the other hand, if we talk about Angel Reese, well, she is doing the polar opposite of her supposed rival. Let's be honest, she was the worst shooter inside of 5T in the league and arguably the most inefficient shooter of the franchise. And we all witnessed the missed layups that she committed during the season. After all these issues in her game, Angel Reese is not focusing on her weaknesses. Instead of hitting the gym or working on her game, she is busy playing dress-up, being a fashion diva, and doing podcasts. You can check out our recent video where we discussed how Angel Reese is focusing more on her clothing and her wardrobe instead of her actual sport. This really speaks volumes about the overall mentality of these players and how they approach their game. One is already ahead of the curve and still ready to put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears for this game, while the other is, well, not ready to sacrifice her playtime anytime soon. And this isn't the first time Shaq O'Neal has spoken her mind on Caitlyn Clark and how he used to be a hater. He had confessed already that he was blinded by none other than Angel Reese, and she had kept her from ever seeing the true potential and the relevant greatness that Caitlyn Clark holds in her game. He also said earlier this year that Caitlyn Clark is the best collegiate player ever to grace the game of women's basketball. And this coming from Shaq himself is massive praise for a rookie WNBA player like Caitlyn Clark, who is yet to play more games and earn her laurels in the upcoming seasons. This is more than enough evidence that Shaq O'Neal genuinely believes what he says, and he truly feels that Caitlyn Clark is indeed the better player than her pupil Angel Reese. And not only Angel. Shaq's words are clear that he thinks that Caitlyn's the best out there and nobody's even coming close to her greatness. Because here's the truth. Caitlyn Clark isn't just a player who hits threes. Keep aside her skill, her court awareness, and her ability to read plays before they happen. She's setting a new bar. She's outselling tickets, flooding stadiums, and breaking new ground for the entire franchise. And Shaq's not the only one noticing. Analysts, players, fans, they're all talking about how Caitlyn is ushering in a new era of women's basketball. And whether Angel likes it or not, Shaq has announced it loud and clear. After dropping the mic, Shaq just moves on like nothing happened. Angel's trying to save face, but it's clear that Shaq didn't come to play nice. He came to give credit where it's due, and in his mind, Caitlyn Clark deserves all the hype she's getting, and maybe more. So, what's the takeaway? Shaq went on Angel Reese's podcast and let her know that Caitlyn Clark is the real star of women's basketball by comparing her to Steph Curry and calling her the truth. He's basically saying she's the future of the sport. And while Angel might not like it, Shaq's just telling it like it is. Caitlyn Clark isn't just here to compete, she's here to dominate. And Shaq, well, he has announced her dominance pretty clearly, right to Angel's face. What do you think? Was Shaq too hyper, or is Caitlyn Clark really the next big thing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe for more hot takes and highlights from the world of women's basketball.